a man started a battle to reclaim what was rightfully his. But that battle turned him into a war, a force to be reckoned with. Jai Sri Manarayana, hello everyone, I'm the Pauranika. After visiting various places, Yudhishthira and others reached the coastal area near Mahendragiri. They took bath in the ocean upon the advice of sage Lomasa. Dharmaja spent a day on the hill along with his brothers and paid his respects to the sages there. Then he bowed to the follower of Parasurama, a sage by name Akritavarna, and expressed his desire to see the Bhargava. Then Akritavarna told him that the mighty Bhargava Rama will give darshana to the people of Mahendragiri on every Ashtami and Chaturdasi. Parasurama sensed your arrival earlier. He is really fond of you. If you spend the night here, tomorrow is Chaturdasi and you can meet him, said Akritavarna to Yudhishthira. Then Yudhishthira curiously asked the sage to tell him about Parasurama's achievements and why did he defeat the Kshatriyas of the world. What started as a battle with an arrogant king turned out to be a wrath against such kind. Once upon a time, there lived a king in Haihaya lineage. He was called Kartaviri Arjuna. He was a worshipper of Dattatreya, and with his blessings, he obtained 1,000 arms, golden plane, and an unstoppable chariot. He became the mightiest of the beings. With such strength, he started torturing the Devatas, Yakshas, sages, and every being. Pained by his atrocities, the Devatas went to Vishnu and pleaded for his help. Vishnu accepted their plea and descended to Badrika Ashrama on earth. At the same time, there was a king called Gadhi, ruling the kingdom of Kanyakubja. He had a beautiful daughter named Satyavati. Sage Ruchika, son of sage Bhrigu, wanted to marry her and asked King Gadhi for her hand in marriage. Then Gadhi said that they have a tradition and to obtain Satyavati's hand in marriage, Ruchika needs to give him 1,000 white and red horses with one black ear. Sage Ruchika called Varunadeva and asked him to give such horses. The place where the horses arrived at was Ashwatirtham. Ruchika gave those horses to Gadhi and married Satyavati. One day, Sage Bhrigu visited his son Ruchika and his daughter-in-law Satyavati. He was pleased with the daughter and told her to ask for a boon. Then Satyavati requested for a son for her and also for her mother. Bhrigu Maharshi accepted her request and he gave her 2 bowls of porridge and assigned one for her and one for her mother. He asked her to hug a peepal tree and her mother to hug a cluster fig tree. Though the ladies followed the process, they exactly did it in reverse. The tree, which was supposed to be hugged by the daughter, was hugged by the mother, and the porridge that was supposed to be eaten by the mother was consumed by the daughter. After few days, Sage Bhrigu visited his daughter-in-law, and with his divine vision, he sensed the mistake that had happened. Bhrigu said, Satyavati, while you have followed the procedures, you have done it in opposite way. As a result, you will have a son who, though born as a Brahmana, does the deeds of a Kshatriya, and your mother will give birth to a Kshatriya who does the deeds of a Brahmana. Satyavati pleaded that she doesn't want such son and asked for her grandson to be so. Bhrigu accepted her plea and she delivered the great sage Jamadagni. At the same time, the great Vishwamitra was born as a Kshatriya to King Gadhi and he turned out to be a Brahmarshi at later point of time in his life. Jamadagni grew up to be brighter than his peers and was considered extraordinary even in Dhanurveda. He later married the daughter of King Prasenajit, Renuka. They had 5 sons. As the youngest of them all, Rama was born. One day, when all the 5 sons went to obtain fruits, Renuka Devi went to a river to take bath. While returning after the bath, she saw a king by name Chitraratha who adorned himself in garlands and playing in water with his wives. For a moment, she was attracted towards the king. When she returned to the hermitage, Sage Jamadagni realized that she had an unacceptable thought and condemned her. At the same time, the eldest son of Jamadagni, Drumanvanta, entered the hermitage. Subsequently, his brothers Sushena, Vasu, and Vishwavasu too returned. One by one, he asked his sons to kill their mother. The four brothers stood still. As they did not act on his command, angry Jamadagni cursed them to become immobile like trees. Then finally, Parashurama came there. Jamadagni said, Rama, kill your mother without any sorrow. Parashurama picked up an axe and killed his mother. Sage Jamadagni's anger was pacified. He called Rama to him and said, Rama, you have done the impossible just out of respect for me. What do you want? Ask me for any boon. Then Parashurama said, Father, bring my mother back to life and let her not remember that I had killed her. Please excuse her for her mental sin. Please bring back my brothers to their usual self. The great sage Jamadagni granted all his wishes. One day, when brothers were out to bring some fruits, the Haihaya king Kartavirya Arjuna came to the ashrama. Arjuna was an invincible warrior of his time who had dragged someone as powerful as Ravana like an animal, humiliated and defeated him. At that point of time, due to the boons he obtained from Dattatreya, he was drunk with power. When he came to the ashrama, he was received by sage Jamadagni. There, the arrogant Arjuna saw a wish-granting cow. He forcefully separated it from the calf and took it away. He destroyed the trees and the ashrama. Rama returned from the forest only to witness the chaos caused by the king. He understood everything that had happened there. Holding his axe and a mighty bow, Rama went to Mahishmatipuram, the capital of Arjuna. In an intense battle, he defeated Akshauhinis of armies, ultimately defeated Kartavirya Arjuna, took the cow and went back. Kartavirya Arjuna died in the battle. The sons of Arjuna who couldn't save their father in the battle wanted revenge. When Parashurama was not around, the sons of Arjuna went to the ashrama and attacked the helpless old sage Jamadagni. As they pierced his body with hundreds of arrows, Renuka Devi cried for Rama. By the time Rama returned, it was all over. Sage Jamadagni died. The limp body of his father with arrows stuck to his body looked like a hunted animal to Rama. He wept and wailed for his father. He wondered how would they justify the killing of a sage who was not even interested in a battle. What started as a battle made him a war. The mighty Bhargava Rama became the war. He did the last rites of his father and took an oath that he will destroy all the Kshatriyas of the world. That way, he conquered the earth for 21 times and defeated all the Kshatriya kings. The earth had so come under his control. Then, the Bhargava performed a sacrifice for Indra and donated the land to Kashyapa Prajapati and started living on Mahendragiri. Yudhishthira heard his story and along with his brothers had the privilege of seeing Bhargava Rama the next day. He paid his respects to the sages and Parashurama and moved ahead in his journey. Thank you. Jai Sriman Narayana.